Hey Real Madrid fans, subscribe to stay tuned about the best team in the world. Like and comment below. 4 things seen in Liverpool vs Real Madrid as Jurgen Klopp gesture pinpoints Vinicius' dilemma. Liverpool made the perfect start against Real Madrid, but an inspired Vinicius Jr. helped send things south for Jurgen Klopp. This is what we spotted. On a wild Champions League night at Anfield, Liverpool's delirium quickly evaporated to leave Jurgen Klopp with a seemingly insurmountable task ahead of the away leg. Up by 2 goals inside 15 minutes, the magical Vinicius Jr. systematically picked away at that Liverpool advantage, and had more or less single-handedly turned it around within minutes of the second half restart. Luck was certainly not on Liverpool's side, with a wicked deflection off Joe Gomez compounding the misery at Anfield before the visitors added a killer 5th. And when the dust settles, Klopp will have some positives to reflect on. But the journey from ecstasy from agony makes it hard to see that for the time being. Here are the 4 things Liverpool.com spotted as the game unfolded. Salah is a record breaker. Let's start with a positive. With Steven Gerrard watching on, he was on punditry duty for BT Sport. Mohamed Salah claimed top spot as Liverpool's all-time top scorer in European competition. There were probably more fitting ways he could have done it, but in the moment, there would have been few more satisfying for the watching Anfield crowd. For once, it came not from a piece of individual brilliance, but from a glaring error. Thibaut Courtois, hero of Paris, at least from Real Madrid's perspective, turned firmly into the villain here. He dawdled on the ball, then watched on in horror as his control got away from him. But Salah showed the instincts of a goal-scoring icon, pouncing on the mistake and finishing with composure. With that, he overtook Gerrard, further cementing his indelible place in Liverpool folklore. So much of his Champions League journey with the club has been entangled with Real Madrid, and it was only fitting that he should mark the milestone with a goal beyond Courtois. Klopp gesture. At 2-0, Liverpool was on top of the world. It had been a chaotic opening, but one which had certainly favored Klopp's side, and it looked likely that the next goal would go their way as well. Enter Vinicius Jr. with a piece of individual brilliance. Just like that, Real Madrid had a foothold, one it made full use of to be level again by half-time. And Klopp's reaction said it all. His grimace told the story of a man who knew his side's task was about to get a lot harder. His gesture told the more detailed story of the goal. He wanted the defense to push out and get tighter. That message seemingly did not get through, with Vinicius almost scoring an identical goal a little later in the half, only for Alisson to produce an excellent save. But the Brazilian forward poses a dilemma, given that he can drop defenders in moments if they get too tight. In short, he is Real Madrid's answer to Salah. Whatever the solution, Liverpool struggled to find it, and Vinicius is why they even remain in the tie, never mind well on top of it. Klopp will need to try and come up with some more convincing answers before the return leg, and even that would surely be too little, too late. Liverpool's fragility exposed. Liverpool had done enough coming into this game to restore a sense of optimism. But everybody knew that the revival was fragile, and Real Madrid was realistically not the ideal opponent for Klopp at this stage. Lesser sides would have been blown away, after the returning old Liverpool blitzed into a 2-goal lead. But this is Real Madrid in the Champions League, and it clawed its way back. From the Vinicius Jr. goal onwards, it was like watching the fledgling confidence get stripped away in real time. When Real Madrid took the lead just moments after halftime, via the recent Achilles heel of set pieces, it was the final straw. Liverpool sank back into itself, shipped 2 more, and never even really got a foothold in the second period. The big test now will be how Liverpool responds, in the second leg but primarily in the league, where the top 4 chase is still very much alive. Klopp needs to try and make sure this is a blip, not a reversion. Ancelotti proved wrong. More decipherable. That's the phrase Carlo Ancelotti used to describe Liverpool after the Champions League final, effectively claiming he had the number of the 6-time European winners. Liverpool has certainly been stripped of any claim to triumphalism, but it's clear that Real Madrid were initially caught napping by what faced them here. Perhaps it should be no surprise, only a third of the front 3 from Paris started here. And sure enough, It was summer signing Darwin Núñez who injected the most unpredictability into the Liverpool attack, leading to an early breakthrough. Starting off the left once more, nobody kept up with the Uruguayan as he veered into a central space at exactly the right time. He then had to find the finish to match. He did that and then some, with an impudent flick to fool Courtois. Far from seeing it coming, Real Madrid looked shell-shocked, even if it eventually managed to claw its way back and then mount an astonishing surge. It's certainly fair to say Ancelotti didn't decipher this one, and is yet to decipher Núñez in particular. Unfortunately, Liverpool had even fewer answers. I hope you enjoyed the video. What's your opinion about it?